So definitely, good evening, my friends. This is Carlos Vargas, and this is another session of Techy Tuesday. Thank you very much for joining, and it is the second day of this wonderful 2018. And probably, like me, you have taken time to take notes of what you have done in the past and what you're planning to do for the future. And normally you will do it with a pen and paper, but in today's digital age, there's a lot of options how you can do it with your digital devices. I see Jose, I see Samuel, I see Faisal. Hey, how you doing? So definitely in today's session, I want to share with you 3 of the top apps and how they can benefit you and the differences between them, because they can do some of the same things, but some of them have better options depending on what you want to do. So definitely, they are 3, or I consider 3 of the top apps, and I'm actually going to show you the benefits of those 3 apps. The first one is the big giant Evernote. The second one is Microsoft OneNote, and probably one that some people know about it, some people don't, that is called Notability. So let me bring up a session here so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So let me share my screen real quick. And you will be seeing right now my iPad. So definitely on your device, you have a lot of different options in which application to use. And as I mentioned, Notability is a big giant because it allows you to add different files fairly easy. And you can connect it to a lot of different services. You can actually record your voice. So if you see on the bottom, you have the option to add images. You can actually record what you're hearing. So it actually will synchronize what you type with what you're writing. Then it also has some handwriting capabilities that you can actually take notes, and then it will add that note back into your note. One of the challenges that I find is that when I'm taking notes fast because I'm on a conference call or I am in a session and I cannot find a way to be able to scroll it like a notebook. That is what I really wanted to do. I really wanted to have a notebook that I can actually use it and have all my notes in there without a problem. But besides that, OneNote is great because you can also email your content and it will add it automatically into your notes. So definitely it's a great tool. You have great features for it. And there's also a religious debate into Evernote is better than the other ones. So this is just what I experienced and how do I use it. And definitely going to a conference or going to a conference call or a meeting, the recording feature of Evernote, it's superb. That's one of the great features that they have. Their audio capability that they can actually sync what you're writing with the minute or the second, it's actually extremely good. So definitely, that is very powerful for someone that is taking notes and want to be able to sync it with what they're doing. The second app is Microsoft OneNote. And as Evernote, it has the capability that you can actually create new notes. So I'm going to create a new note. And in this case, they call it a page. They have the capability that you can write on it, but then you need to, for me, you need to type multiple places so you can add a background to look like a page so you can actually take notes. So now in here, I can actually go and take notes. So see, it actually takes a little longer to respond, but one of the good things is that it's actually available in multiple platforms. Like Evernote, you can actually have OneNote in multiple platforms, and you can actually use it and recognize your text. That's one of the great things that I like about OneNote. When I need to recognize my handwriting, I write it on the tablet, and then on the PC, I can detect it and ask for it to detect the content. So it can actually learn how you're writing and what are you doing with it. One of the challenges that I found with OneNote is the audio recording capability. On the PC, has some challenges. On the iPad, is good, have a good mic because of the iPad. But then I want a similar experience across all of them. And then I found that I need to touch a lot of different places to make sure that I can connect with it. So that's on the downside. The good side of it is that this synchronizes automatically. If you have a Hotmail or Outlook account, it actually synchronizes automatically. And you can have all your notes directly synchronized and saved. One of the best features from all the note taking is on the OneNote, because you can export directly all your notes into a Word document and keep the formatting. So that's an extremely great benefit, because with Evernote, you export as an HTML file and then you have to import it, and then some of the format is there, but not everything. But with OneNote, you can do a complete export. Everything is exactly the same. You have everything working without a problem. And you don't have to do any conversion. You just export to Word and it opens in Word, so you have a document right there. So that's some of the great features from this. My preferred app, and the reason that I say that is that because I like to write. When I type, even though I have the keyboard to type on the iPad, then I will not remember everything, all the notes, because I'm just focusing on typing. But when I'm focusing on just taking a note, that's when I really start learning more. And that's when Notability come into play. This is one of my best apps, and one of my friends from the UK was the one that introduced me to it. Mark Buffer is the one that introduced me to it. Notability have the capability that after you set it up, all that I have to do, the corner icon, I just touch it, and my note comes prepared. I don't have to change anything. I just type a name, and I can just start working with it. If I want to write, I can just type the pencil. And the feeling that you get, the response from the app with the pencil and with everything is literally like you have a notepad on your hand. One of the great things that I love about it is that then I could change colors fairly easy. I can change the width of it fairly easy. And also I can add highlighters as if I will have a bunch of highlighters right next to me. So I actually love it, because then when I go to a conference and I have to take notes, I can just change and go point 1, point 2, and I can just keep scrolling just like a page. And it automatically adds pages, so I know then if I am on page number 2, I can go to page number 2 and I can actually start taking notes. One of the other features that this app includes, and by the way, the app is completely free, is that you can integrate PDF files. So you can open a PDF file into Notability and you can take notes out of that file. So let me show you real quick. So I am with my friends of Global Priority. We were doing a roundtable and we were doing work, and I imported the PDF file into the app, and now I can go right here and I can highlight, I can take notes right into the app without any problem. So that is a great feature that it allows me to have interaction with all the documents. And the other best thing is that I can actually when I am on a conference call, on a meeting, sometimes you want to record so you can transcribe it. You can actually also have built-in mic and you have a great audio quality. So you can actually have a great audio after the fact. So if you are looking for an app that will do that, this is one of the best apps. And the great thing is that when you finish, you can send it or you can save it into your cloud storage. So it works with all the major Dropbox, Box, OneDrive, Google Drive. You can email it, or you can actually take the note and share it with friends, and you can decide to share just a PDF version of it. You can share the whole note with the audio file. So definitely, that is some of the great things that you can do with a note-taking device like you have on your hand. So after all that, taking notes will not be any good if you don't have a purpose for them. So definitely, the idea of taking notes is that you focus on what you're planning for this year. As I mentioned, this is the second day of the year, and we want to be efficient and productive with everything that we do. If you're going to school, if you're as a professional coach, if you are a technology professional, if you're in ministry, the idea is how we can be more efficient with everything that we do. So definitely, these apps will allow you to be efficient and productive, and best of all, they don't cost anything. So definitely, those were the topics for today. I have a couple of questions that a couple of friends sent me. Let me see. I have a couple of other people. I have Aaron Chavez that connected. I have Thomas Utley. I have Franklin. I have Gabriel Vasquez. I have Carly Larsa. I have Shunding. So definitely, thank you for joining. And one of the questions that one of my friends sent me was, or that they posted, was they were considering in getting a new computer. And they were trying to consider what type of computer they should get. And they wanted something that could have good graphics, and because they do videos. And they wanted to see, well, should I get a PC? Should I get a Mac? They've been using Macs for a while, and they were trying to consider all the changes that Apple have done. So here is my 2 cents, or how to help you if you're having the same question. On a Mac, I actually have one of the new ones. So this is the 15-inch. And the only reason, or the main reason, why I got the Mac instead of a Dell, let's say an XPS, or some of the other ones, is the way that they package all the hardware, and it allowed me to carry it with me when I travel. So definitely, when you're traveling, having a powerful laptop is great, because if you're doing videos, if you're doing presentations, if you're doing anything that requires a lot of horsepower, then you're gonna end up with a PC that have the power, but is very thick. And I used to carry like a Lenovo workstation. And my problem was that I couldn't use it on a plane. It was too big. Yeah, it has great power, but I couldn't use it on a plane. Or my battery will go down very fast, even though it says that it will last forever. Because the components that they put on, they're not optimized to actually be used on a small package. One of the great things that Apple does is that they actually have done a great job in how to put the video card. They actually have 2 video cards in every Mac. So they have what is called the discrete card, that is so you can do the regular Office documents. And then you have also your video card for doing videos, gaming, and everything else. And the way that they package it, it actually helps you to save battery, save space, and then you can travel with it extremely light. So after looking at everything, the best features come on that new Apple 15-inch, but it's only if you really need to. If you don't need it, don't spend the money. You'll be better with like a Lenovo X Carbon one. It has a great discrete card that also can do some video options. So definitely the X Carbon X1, if you don't need to do a lot of videos, it's a great option for a PC. It's light, it's efficient, and you can have all the way up to a 512 SSD drive, and the laptop is about 2 pounds. So definitely, Let me see, is there any questions in the chat from my friends? Definitely, this is a session for you guys, so I can serve you in a better way, how to answer your questions. So any questions from, I see Sherry Griffin, I have Dennis Guastos. I have a friend of mine that is having problems with their computer, so they want a private session because they're trying to throw out their computer out of the window. So I'm gonna give her a call after this. But definitely, the idea of these sessions is, my friends, that you can bring your questions and that I can serve you. So if there's no questions in the chat, then definitely looking forward to serve you. If you have any questions, you can send me your questions through email, through chat, or through Facebook. So have an awesome day and have a blessed week.